The turbulence. The seat belts were fastened, and one glance over the right. His sight captured a bunch of sleepy co-travelers awaiting a reassuring session of sleep. The takeoff was smooth, though the view from the window to his left apparently conveyed something else. Coincidentally, the window seat had a wing right in front of it. The shaky drive through the fog in the skies of Jaipur made the wing look so vulnerable. In the dark of the night was a 2.5 hour journey and a plethora of thoughts circling in his mind's eye. Now that he wasn't lonely, he did feel he was alone. As the aircraft soared up in the air, he got engrossed in thoughts deep, deep within, many thousand feet under. "Excuse me, sir," the flight attendant called out. When he heard that for the second time, he realized she was talking to him. She gracefully read out his name from the passengers list and posed a question regarding the food preference. "What would you like to have, sir? We have South Indian rice with sambar in the vegetarian menu and chicken biryani as a non-vegetarian food item." Usually, he wasn't that bad a listener. He was an obsessed perfectionist for a peculiar attention to detail. But this time, it was different. On a cold night, on a turbulent late night flight, and somewhat equally shaky thoughts, straight from the heart, he was kind of lost out. So lost out in the journey was he that he didn't spare attention to the beautiful air hostess's words. Making way through his array of thoughts, after a couple of seconds, he blurted out, "Can you tell me, what do you have in veg meals, please?" As he looked out of the window, the moment there was turbulence through the fog laden skies of northern India, the flight became a bit shaky at times. It was realized by those who were awake just like him. For a few seconds, he missed a beat and remembered God. So close to God he thought he was. He looked to his right. The fellow passengers had been fast asleep. He looked above and then again to his left, outside the window, with a half broken smile. Maybe this was the second or the third time in his life that he felt this left out. The last time when he felt so, probably he did not want to recall. A thought crossed his mind if this night would be his last, or probably another day. He sipped in the tea placed on a neatly arranged food tray. The first gulp of tea made him stumble, as much vapor state gave quite an effect to his tongue. He kept aside the teacup back to the tray. As he looked at it, he recalled she liked it served cold. Her regular favorite was iced tea. That day, after finishing his cafe latte, they were about to leave the coffee shop. She had finished her veg sandwich. Surprisingly, though, she was having a not so regular favorite, cold coffee for a change. She was in an altogether different mood, as was he. He had made up his mind to ask her out that fine day. For that, he would have to put forth his feelings and propose his love to her. He remembered the day he had first seen her in his second year of college. She was a year younger to him. These 3 years of togetherness made him so possessive about her. So comfortably confident was he for opening up about his feelings to her. The way she spoke, her graceful walk, the anecdotes she shared were all his. Nobody could take these away from him, he thought. The only person that could do so was she herself. The shaky aircraft that it was an hour ago had now taken control over itself. Now on the tray was a finished carton of meal. Along with that was a wrapper of chocolate, a half filled bottle of packaged water, and a cup of tea that he sipped a bit when the meal tray arrived at first. Now even the tea was turning cold. The turbulence had receded. The flight was charting its way down towards Mumbai. The landing was due. in the next 30 minutes' time. Amidst the turbulence, at 35,000 feet above the ground, life had continued. That day, she had abruptly left the coffee shop upon hearing his thoughts. She picked her handbag and zoomed out of the frame of his eye as she called out an auto rickshaw and left within seconds. Was that the correct decision, he thought, to express out his feelings? Or should he have waited? He was stunned and shaken with a response that was uncertain and unknown. Not a word did she speak as she left out. On his walk back to their table, their 3 year long togetherness flashed in front of him. As he walked back, he saw she had forgotten the book she was reading on the same coffee table. The cover page of the book displayed the book's title, A Walk to Remember.